Good morning. Happy Thursday. I just, on the way to work today, I just had this encouraging thought today, and it's just something that really made me feel good about God's truth and what He does in our lives. And honestly, it's to brag a little bit on my wife, a little bit, and who she is. Some of you may know, but I used to be her boss, and at my a job in O'Fallon, and I know how she worked. She when I met her, she could work circles around men, and she was a hard worker. That being said, I wanted to share this. It's in Proverbs 31. It talks about the virtuous wife, and I know I shared something last week about it, but I just felt encouraged again to share something today and maybe encourage somebody in the work of the Lord. But Alexandria, she could, she wouldn't want me to share these things. She's not a prideful person, but she could, like I said, she could work hard, and if she would have wanted to, she could have let that drive take her places in this world, so to say, to gain money or positions or jobs or anything. But as she drew near to the Lord, she seen her calling as a mother and a wife. And she decided to leave those things and draw near to the Lord and raise up our family, which is such an awesome calling. But anyways, Proverbs 31, verse 17, it says this: she girds herself with strength and strengthens her arms. That's what I see in my wife, is she strengthens herself only by the Lord. It's when she's walking with the Lord, it's known. And then verse 25, 20 through 27 says this: strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in a time to come. She opens her mouth, and wisdom, it says, with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She watches over the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. This is awesome because she is never sitting down and just folding her hands. I never see her just relaxing. She's always busy. She's always working. And all this to say is that she's doing it because she knows what God is going to do through that effort and that work. But and ending it with this, verse 30, it says, charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Again, in this world, we got all these treasures that we can look to. A big house. She could go get a job, and if she desired to want to get more, a nicer car or a bigger house or whatever, but instead she doesn't choose the charming things of this world. She fears the Lord, and she chooses to live and raise her family as that. But I just wanted to share one more verse, and this is, like I said, this is an encouragement to anybody to say this, that no matter what the world has to offer, God has so much more to offer. So we go to Him and we walk by Him and ask Him to show us what we need to do. But this is Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. This is actually one of the verses I think Alex mentioned was one of her favorites. It says, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live, I live in the flesh. I live by faith. The life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave Himself for me. When we die to ourselves and our desires and draw near to the Lord, ask Him to fill us with what He wants, He does that. And when He does that, He works, and He does the awesome things that He made us to do. So anyways, shout out to my wife. I love you, Alexandria. And but to everybody else, encouragement. Seek His desires, not our own, and He'll show His awesome power in it. God bless you guys.